Hi everyone, this is your math guru. In this video, I'm going to show you how to simplify algebraic fractions by factorization. In the first example, we have 2x minus 8 over 4x. For each term in the numerator and the denominator, we need to find the highest common factor. You can find the link to finding the highest common factor of any number in the description below. Going back to the first example, we have 2x minus 8 over 4x. To make it easy, I'm going to break each term down. I have 2x minus, because I know that the highest common factor is 2, I'm going to break 8 into 2 times 4. 2 times 4 will give me 8. At the bottom, I'm going to do the same. I know my highest common factor is 2, so my 4x can be broken down to 2 times 2x. I'm going to highlight the common factor in each term. And if you see, I have 2 being common to all the terms. So I'm going to factorize 2 out. I'm left with x minus 4. Whatever I do at the top, I'm going to do at the bottom. I have 2 out. I'm left with 2x. The 2 cancels because 2 in 2 is 1. Therefore, I'm left with x minus 4 over 2x. In the second example, I have 10a squared minus 15a over 10a. Like I did in the previous example, I'm going to find the highest common factor for all the terms in the numerator and the denominator. That's 5. So breaking that down, I have 5 times a squared. However, because I have a also common to all the terms, if I have powers that are greater than 1, I'm going to pick the base that has, or the variable that has the least power or the least exponent. In this case, I have an invisible one here, I have an invisible one here. This is 2. The least exponent is 1. So breaking down my terms, I have 5a times, to get 10a squared, I have 5 times 2 is 10. So I have 2, and a squared can be broken down to a times a minus. I'm going to break down my 15a also. That will be, because I'm using 5a as my common factor, to break down 15a, that will be 5 times 3. That will give me 15a. I'm going to do the same at the bottom, breaking down into 5a times 2, because 5a times 2 will give me 10a. And if you check each term, I have 5a common. So therefore, I'm going to be factorizing 5a. I have 5a. I'm going to change that quickly. 5a out at the top, I'm left with 2a minus 3. At the bottom, I have 5a out. I'm left with 2. 5a divided by 5a, that will give me 1. So therefore, my answer is 2a minus 3 over 2. In the next example, I have 8p cubed minus 16p squared divided by 12p. Finding the highest common factor for all the constant, 8, 16, and 12 for all the whole numbers, that's 4. Also looking at the variable, they all have p as a variable attached to them. However, like I said in the previous example, I'm going to pick the variable that has the least exponent, and that is p1. So therefore, breaking down each term, my highest common factor, which is 4, and the lowest variable with the variable with the lowest exponent, that's p1, times, for 8p squared, 4 times 2 will give me 8. And to get p3, that's p1 times p squared. Minus, I'll do the same for p1 times, to get 16, 4 times 4 is 16, so that will be 4p times 4. Then to get p squared, that's p times p. At the bottom, highest common factor, 4. My lowest variable with the lowest power, that's p, times, to get 12, I have 4 times 3 will give me 12. I light in all the common factor. I have 4p common to all the terms, so therefore I'm going to factorize 4p. Left with 2p squared minus 4p at the bottom, or for my denominator, 4p, I'm left with 3. 4p divided by 4p, that cancels, so my final answer is 2p squared minus 4p all over 3. In my last example, I have 4x squared minus 4x all divided by 2x. For 4 and 2, the highest common factor is 2, so I'm going to take out 2. Also, for my variable, I have each term attached to x, but I'm going to pick the variable with the lowest exponent. There's an invisible one here, and that is x to the power of 1. To get 4x squared, that will be 2x. 2 times 2 is 4, x times x is x squared. For the second term, for my numerator, I take out my 2x. To get 4x, that will be multiplied by 2. At the bottom, I factor out 2x times, to get 2x, that's times 1. I light in my common factor. I have 2x common to all the terms, so therefore I'm going to factorize 2x. I'm left with 2x minus 2 over 2x 1. 2x divided by 2x, that's 1. So my final answer is 2x minus 2. I can ignore the 1 at the bottom because any number or variable divided by 1 remains the same. Thanks for watching. Bye.